You know, I'm never surprised, it seems like anymore, with the crazy stuff that sells on eBay, and had a few things that people just, I know, would walk past, and most people would walk past because they're not worth that much money. Hello everybody, welcome back to Commonwealth Flipper. We're in the cabin here and we're having just a pretty typical day, and I'm really happy with this one too, just because I just love selling different things. I like things moving that are big, small, old, new, retail arbitrage, stuff I find at garage sales, thrift stores. And it's just a perfect little mix. I like it. Nothing too terribly difficult to package. Two things that are a little bit harder than the rest, 5-minute jobs. But that's about it. But I sold some electronics, and I used a trick that I've learned in the past. I've actually learned it watching YouTube, and I'll tell you about it in a minute. But I like selling electronics, vintage electronics. I have a vintage electronics booth. I like finding that stuff. People usually just discard it like it's absolutely worthless. And some of those things are actually worth some money, and I like picking them up and finding them. There's been a pretty good resurgence of those things in the last, well, for a while now, but I think it's kind of growing in the last few years. Things that used to be worth nothing, like a cassette tape, is actually starting to be worth a little bit of money, slowly but surely. First up is an item that people pass up all the time, and to be honest, it's probably not that big of a deal to pass it up. But if I can get a thermos, an old thermos, that's in pretty good condition, the thermoses don't really sell because they have to go priority mail. Or, at least they're over £1, and you've got to ship them not first class. And so usually what I'll do, if I can find one, maybe one that's dented up and dinged up and in bad shape, I'll pick it up for a quarter, 50 cents, $1 maybe even. And then I take the cup off of it, off the top. This is the lid and the cup, of course. You take that off, and then you take the inner lid off, the little stopper, I think they're called. And you take the stopper off, and you can sell those two separate and make some okay money, I guess. For me, okay money. Some of you are like, why are you wasting your time? $8.99 plus shipping for this. I remember picking it up. I think I paid $1 for this one. And, when it's all said and done, I'll make like $13, $14 selling two pieces to a beat-up old thermos. Had one viewer sale today, and this one is going out to, let me get the name right here, Amber. And I'll read it in just a second. But this is a Popeye mug. It's got a couple little imperfections, but it's in okay shape. It's 1980, and I love this. Popeye was cool. I liked Popeye. I love the Robin Williams movie. I pretty much like any Robin Williams movie. Boy, he was talented. And it's Christmas, so, this appeals to a few different folks. There's probably not more than like 50 serious Popeye collectors out there. But, toy collectors, mug collectors, all kinds of stuff. So it's Christmas, so it's got that theme going on too. And it's got Popeye, it's got olive oil, it's got Bluto, Sweet Pea, and Wimpy. And then y'all have to help me out here. I cannot remember. What's the name? Y'all tell me in the comments. What is that little creature's name? I just can't remember. So, anyway, that's a nice little buy, and I appreciate it. And this one sold for $12 plus shipping. And I can't remember where I picked it up. I don't think I've edited this video yet. So this will be coming out soon, Amber, and you'll be able to check out where I bought it. Maybe I did buy it. Did I buy that one that just came out last week? I can't remember. Tell me, Amber, if you saw it in a garage sale video on the other channel. She says, I'm getting this mug for my husband for Christmas. I probably shouldn't have said anything that I just said. He just started teaching high school math. Thank you so much for your wonderful videos. I have been watching your videos for about 5 months, and I'm learning so much from you. I wanted to start reselling so we can save up for our daughter to go to college and support some missionaries. I also bought the dinosaur in the Homeschool Hustler store for my nephew. He loves dinosaurs. Okay, now I get it. So I really messed up, Amber. I'm sorry. If you watched yesterday's video, we did that one and then this one. Sometimes, because I have 2-day shipping, I'll pick and choose different items to put on a show. So, and I think you asked for some stickers too. So to make it up to you, I'll make sure you get some stickers in that one as well. So my apologies, and I'm going to send you a message right after I'm done with this video telling you which day it's going to be on so you can keep your husband from watching that one. So Amber, thank you so much. And the Popeye mug headed your way. After Halloween, I'm amazed every year when so much Halloween stuff doesn't sell before Halloween, it sells after. But I think I know why. I think it's because people see this going over to somebody else's house and like, oh, that thing's cool. And then they look it up and try and find it. That's my guess. I'm not quite sure. And this one I think was on clearance or sale. I put it on sale. $8.99 or $8.98 plus shipping for this one. And, you know, we're not making a bunch of money on these. These have been around for a while, so I'm really happy to make this sale, and we're down to like 2 or 3 left. Oh, and I always have this question. It's a push-in. So there you go. There's a picture on the back. It's the cheap way to get out of carving pumpkins with your kids. All right, this one is, what is this, algae? I think it's algae. That's what it says up there, algae. So that one's pretty cool. It's in pretty good condition. Really nice condition, I think, for these. This one sold, I mentioned the other day I was going to up the price on these. This one sold for $35 plus shipping. And all of them that are like this have now sold. And so I'm going to bump the price up on these as we go through. You know, I tried to set the price on these a little higher, and then they weren't being sold. Nobody was buying them. And then I dropped it a little bit. I dropped it a lot, actually. And they started to sell, and now I'm going to raise it up a little bit, I think. I have a lot of people watching the other ones. So what happened is people, I think, were like, no, I don't really want to pay that. And then they were seeing them go. And then they have a track record of selling. And so I'm going to try to bump that price up a little bit. So this one went to a viewer. So we had 2 viewer sales today. This one went to Sherry, and she says she watches the channels all the time, and she loves this item. So you got the last one at a cheap price. I think I'm going to bump it up a little bit. Thank you, Sherry. Hey, last but not least is this little Avon perfume. Paid $1. I actually paid less than $1. I bundled a few things together to sale on Commonwealth Picker. And this one is nothing amazing. $15 plus shipping, so you know, it'll make like $12. You know, I'm never surprised, it seems like, anymore with the crazy stuff that sells on eBay. And had a few things that people just, I know, would walk past. And most people would walk past because they're not worth that much money. But when I see things that are old that people don't make anymore, and they look cool, they look vintage, I usually pick them up. And that's what a couple of these were. First one is no amazing profit. I think it sold for $7.99, and I paid $1 for it. And it should be, we have like a cloth bin. Should be, yep, there it is right there. And that's just a couple of sheets, or one sheet. And I paid $1 for it. I remember this one. You might remember it on the other channel. She wanted $2 for it. And I'm like, hey, these were originally $2.19, like 600 years ago. She's like, how about $1? And I said, sure. Sold for $8 plus shipping. And they're just so easy, you know. Buy them, slap them on the table, take a couple pictures, list it, and throw them in a bag to ship them. So you're only making $5 profit, but it's taking you no time at all. Next item, and I don't pass up cassettes. I usually look at cassettes, at least for a little while, to see what I can find. There's some Beatles cassettes. I paid $0.25 for them. That was the one, this garage sale was popping. If you remember that one, those 2 ladies were something else. That was a fun one. Nothing amazing at the sale, although I did get a free breast pump because, you know, I need one of those. But at any rate, this is the Beatles, and this is the Anthology cassette. It sold for $7 plus shipping, so another $5 profit on that, which is not too bad for a cassette. I'll take it. All right, next one, I'm not quite sure. There's a couple bins I put this stuff in, and I didn't check the SKU right there. It's probably in the Pennsylvania bin. A lot of times I'll put cameras in here. Looks like I have a camera in there, but it doesn't look like the right one. Uh-oh. There's that toy bin. Turner's Toys always make noise that he's selling. There it is right there. And this one sold really quickly. It's just a old Canon 35 millimeter. $35 millimeter, $10.50 plus shipping. And I'll usually pick these up for $1, so not a bad little profit. Somewhere around $8, I think. Next one is an item that I picked up for free, and I was looking through them. A lot of times people will give away Bibles, and I personally don't feel bad about taking a free Bible and then reselling it. No problem at all. If it's not me, it's going to be somebody else doing it. I know some people get offended, but this is a free one, and I've sold this one before, and it's a pretty good one, and I like picking them up because they're always worth at least $30 profit. I think this one sold for $35 plus shipping on this one. And it is, I've been selling Bibles lately. It seems like every day. I'm running low. I have to find some more. Let's see. It should be this one because it's in a box. It's the Jack Van Impe Prophecy Bible. And I had a few folks say that when they saw me pick up the J. Vernon McGee set, they found a couple. 2 different people told me that and made a few $100s on them. So that's awesome. That's a nice little buy right there. And I think this one It's not brand new, but it's in great shape. Obviously, it's got the box. So that one's $35 plus shipping, and I paid nothing for it. All right, Reagan has got to head out. Did you hear the cat out there? Yeah. She just loves being in here lately. And you have to head out to gymnastics here in a minute, so she is going to tell you what's going on in the CommonwealthPicker.com store.
I just wanted to say thank you to Matt, Sarah, Douglas, Travis, Matthew, David, and Tracy.
David, that's right. David is the one that's from the Netherlands, I think. Yep. And there's a few folks on there bought like 5 things. Unbelievable. Yeah. So what's selling? What's the best seller do you got?
Everything's selling a lot, but the ornaments sold the best because there's only 6 left.
Because that's limited edition, right?
Yeah.
And there's 6 left of those. And you know what? Storage Slayer got that one, so when those 6 are gone, we'll get to give one away.
Yep.
Isn't that cool? How are the mugs selling?
They're pretty good.
Pretty good. T-shirts. Well, good. All right. You making some money?
Yep.
All right. And we got to give some to charity too, don't we? Mm-hmm. All right, baby. Thank you.
Bye. And don't forget to get your sticker at CommonwealthPicker.com.
Hey, we had 5 sales here in the eBay cave. This is one of the oldest pearl snaps I have. I think there are 2 that are in the closet at the end of the hallway down there. I store things from the left to the, no, I store things from the right to the left. So the things that are the farthest on the left means they're the oldest things that have been in that closet. So I ran a sale on some of the very oldest things in the store, and this shirt happened to get caught up in that sale and sold for $14.77. I think this was a $1 buy at a garage sale. It's possible I paid $4 at Goodwill, but I doubt it. I don't think I'd pay $4 for a Guess pearl snap, but I don't know, it's possible. It's been around such a long time that I can hardly remember. But it sold for $14.77, which means we'll make, if I paid $1, we'll make 7. Paid 2, we'll make 6. Paid 4, we'll make, I don't know, do the math, 4. This lot of Under Armour shirts did not get caught up in the sale. They're full price, $22.95 plus shipping. And I usually pay between $1 and maybe $2 for these right here. And so it's going to be a pretty nice little profit, pretty close to 15 bucks. Mary Kay, what do you know? Endless Performance Mascara. And this one went out for 10. And I don't know if it was 10 plus shipping or just 10. I think it was just 10 bucks. Apricot Glaze, or Apricot Glaze, depending on your preference there. Lipstick, and this one sold for $9 plus shipping on this one. So that's, you know, I love making $9 plus shipping. To me, that's pure profit, is money in the bank, and this stuff is so easy to ship. Oh, and the old standby, the pinball. I only make about $2 every time we sell one, and we sell one once every blue, and we only sell one once in a blue moon, but hey, I'll take the $2. Hey, Reagan always says thank you, and she may have already done this in this video or is going to do it at the end, but our schedules don't always mesh up, and so we're kind of, you know, passing each other often, unfortunately. Sometimes she'll be doing work in the Commonwealth cabin before I get home from school, and then I see her for a few minutes, and I don't want to be working all the time when I get to see her for a few minutes, and then she comes home from doing her gymnastics, and we see each other for a few more minutes, and it's kind of difficult. But long story short, she likes to do that stuff when I'm gone, and I always get her to say hello and thank you, and don't have time for her to read these things back to you guys and go over them. So I'm going to read this one real quick. This one's from Ivy, and she wrote a note to Reagan. She says, thanks so much for the mug. It's a great addition, and Reagan, you did a great job drawing it. So thank you, Ivy. We do appreciate it. Out in California, but that's not my neck of the woods. That's a little farther north. Another couple I wanted to mention, Matt. Love the videos and enjoy learning from them. I have sold sports cards for years, but my wife and I recently started an eBay store for reselling called 3 Crazy Dogs. Thanks again, 3-Crazy Dogs. Thank you, Matt, and thank you to your wife as well. And that's Indiana. And they got one of the ornaments, so that's awesome. So we're way backed up, guys. We're like, I don't even know, like 20 orders behind. So we're trying to get caught up. We'll do it over the next week or so. This one's going to PA. Sarah, she says, love you and your family. Me and my boyfriend watch all of your YouTube videos. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you to your boyfriend. And last but not least, to Douglas. Love the videos and that y'all pay it forward. YouTube, Vet Flips. eBay, L&S General Store, LLC. So that's awesome. Vet Flips. I'm assuming that you pay it forward as well. I think you've commented before. I think, Douglas, and I think that's what it is. So let us know. Send me an email. I'd like to know a little bit more. And you know what? It's awesome. That's one of the things that I didn't really quite take into account. The kids have really enjoyed that, especially, you know, because they give every month to different things with their just profits that kind of just roll over. But the $1 per item that gets sold out of that store, that kind of builds up, and at the end of the month, it's like, okay, we got to give this, and then we've got this left over. What do you want to do this month? And being able to, you know, to be honest with you, you know, for them, it's not money they ever had in their pocket. So it's really easy to get out there and say, you know, let's do this month, and it's really kind of addicting. So that is awesome. So thank you, Douglas. We appreciate it. And boy, you bought a bunch of stuff. You got one of everything there, it looks like. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm going to say goodbye from in here, as we always do. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Hey, y'all. Turner has a homeschool hustler store sale. What's that?
Peter Pan.
That's Peter Pan. That's the, you know, all us resellers know that the Black Diamond Disney movies are worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Did you know that? It's because they're not. But this one is sealed. And it is new-ish, I suppose. It's got a little damage on it, but it's new, so it's sold. And sometimes when you find those new ones, they'll sell $9.99 plus shipping out of the Homeschool Hustler store. And Turner, check out what somebody gave you. This is Amy's Epic Stuff for Sale. I guess she has an eBay store. How about that? And look what she gave you. This is yours, and this is Sissy's. And this thing is a piggy bank, and it says save, spend, and give. But that's not quite what we say. What do we say?
Save, spend, and donate.
You got it, buddy. Say thank you to Amy.
Thank you, Amy.
All right. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.